Damn, Missy Mari got beats.
What's happening, guys? Silent Mike. Today we're going to talk about reasons why your deadlift has stalled and ways to make your deadlift stronger, move faster, progress further. So number one is often programming or just ego with the deadlift. Because the deadlift is kind of a primal movement, because people don't pay attention to the technique, beginners start just ripping weights off the ground, and too many people are lifting too heavy. So in my opinion, the best way to go about it is working on technique, working on speed, and continuing to focus on submaximal weights, 40, 50, all the way up to 75% of your 1 rep max, focusing on repetition, building volume, building technique over time. If you're handling over 90% all the freaking time, you're gonna get burnt out, your technique's gonna break down, and your chance of injury are gonna go way up. Again, to referring to Alan Thrall, who brought it up perfectly, is when you choose an exercise variation, which is a way to build up strength, weakness, and technique, other than the competition lift, you wanna focus on things that are the greatest range of motion and also things that are most like the lift itself. Some of my favorite exercise variations for the deadlift are the pause deadlift. When you're pulling it off the ground, pausing just off the ground, maintaining that position, and then locking out. This makes you use lighter weights. It also makes you control the bar all the way and focus on positioning from the top all the way down. Number two is probably something like a block pull. Shortening the range of motion, allowing you to sometimes use heavier weights, but also overload your lats, your back, your low back, even your glutes, handling more weight, more stimulus, also keeping that same form. The range of motion is shorter, but the form and the technique is very similar to off the ground. Last, which is kind of a variation, but also my preference on how to pull all the time. I do this for all my reps. I call it the Ed Coan style deadlift, which is kind of basically just a controlled eccentric, slowly lowering the weights onto the ground, controlling your position the entire time, allowing the weight to pull you into position, letting the weights rest on the ground, about 95% of the weight onto the ground, staying in position and pulling from there. I think this allows obviously muscle growth and strength by controlling the eccentric. It also allows you to really perfect your technique and keep your back in position, and doing this with repetition over time, then your starting position on rep number one will improve and it'll make everything that much faster and better. So getting speed off the ground in the deadlift is going to be huge and really helped by that Ed Coan style deadlift, in my opinion, because it'll teach you that perfect position to start from. Obviously, just getting stronger legs, stronger quads will also help you with explosiveness off the ground. But number one is that starting position. Everyone always asks about the sumo and conventional being slow off the ground. It's starting position and quad strength. And in my opinion, obviously belt squats, high bar squats, front squats will build the quads, and that Ed Coan style deadlift will perfect that starting position over time. It'll make it amazing. It's really helped me a lot. Obviously having Ed Coan help me with it helped a lot, but doing that style deadlift repetition after repetition really helped me bring my deadlift from the 600s to the 700 range. It's also helped a ton of athletes I've worked with, just overall positioning, plus being healthy. If you're in a better position, less body parts are being taxed, and you're using what you're supposed to use in a proper manner, proper motor pattern, more power, more execution, being able to handle more volume, the better your technique gets. Often question is, do dead stop reps or touch and go? I believe touch and go does have some time and place for time under tension and just banging out reps, but that I think is very off-season stuff, maybe sets over 8 or so, 8 repetitions or more. Also, the more advanced I think can get away with it, but I think the perfect medium is that Ed Coan. A dead stop and a full reset is also another good option for people that really need to focus in on more of the competition, 1 rep max if you're competing, just approaching the bar, having that same form over and over and over, the technique, the tradition, the routine of a 1 rep max. Even though you're doing 3, you'll do 3 singles basically. That is a great option, but I think the Ed Coan style overall is best for most people. Again, moving into more accessories, these lifts will help you build muscle and build strength in the deadlift over time, but they're less like the execution of the actual lift and technique. So something like a bent over row, it's great because you are hinging at the hips, you're building your lats, you're building your low back, glutes, hams, and your grip. I like to do a double over to build my grip, but if I had to choose, I'm going to do a block pull or a pause deadlift, something like that. But overall, in the off season, just to build muscle, to build mass, a bent over row, stiff leg, chin-ups, pull-ups, both weighted. Again, like all my other training, I like to vary my reps, vary the load, and vary the set. So we're doing chin-ups with sets of 3 to 5. We're doing 5 to 10, doing 10 to 15. You want to create stimulus through all the different energy systems and muscle fibers through your body. Those are my main tips: programming, technique, touch and go, exercise variation, and accessories for the deadlift. Be sure to share this with your friends. Give it a thumbs up, guys. Let's see if we can get 2,000 likes on this bitch. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys. More videos coming.